Brock been playing his ass off. I want to play my best ball, and I want to, have fun with the guys I'm doing it with.
Touch the ball away, he's gonna run! No, he's gonna throw! To use check! Purdy, under pressure, jump throw! Kittle's got it!
He's a special football player. He's somebody who can make play on any given play.
Looking for the end zone! Touchdown! Brock Purdy!
Top of the hour, 3 East Coast, noon out in Santa Clara. The nightcap for the 1 seed. 2 teams on a collision course. Both bring 6-game winning streaks to the field. San Francisco's season began in the Great Northwest with a victory over San Francisco. If they get it tonight, they could be on that field all the way through the Super Bowl if they were to get there. Alongside Swag, Marcus Spears, J.C. Kelsey, Ryan Clark, I'm Scott Van Pelt. Great to have you with us as we're with you for the next hour and change leading up to our first game. The nightcap, as I mentioned, with the 1 seed on the line, and there's significant health questions as it relates to San Francisco. Our senior NFL insider, Adam Schefter, joins us now with the latest as it relates to the health of the Niners' talented group.
Scott, 3 major questions tonight. The first involves the 49ers tight end George Kittle, who said he absolutely expects to play despite the fact that he's dealing with a sprained ankle. The next one involves their left tackle Trent Williams, who has a hamstring injury, been limited. If he can't go tonight, he'll be replaced by Austin Pleasance. Again, they want to test him pregame to see whether or not he can go. They won't make a decision until then. And the same is true of wide receiver Ricky Pearsall, who's been dealing with ankle, knee, shoulder injuries throughout the season. They want to see how he looks in pregame warmups. But this has been consistent with the 49ers season. If we look at all the injuries that they've had to overcome all year long, Brock Purdy's missed 8 games, Kittle's missed 6, Pearsall's missed 7, and look at the list of notable players that have missed extended stretches of time. Brandon Ayuk, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Mikael Williams, their first-round draft pick, all out. So if they're missing some of those players tonight, that will be par for the course and just more injuries that this team has to overcome in trying to clinch the NFC West title.
Adam, it is a remarkable list of injuries that they've had to deal with, and it speaks to the incredible job that Coach Shanahan and that entire group collectively has done. And Brock Purdy, since he's come back, has looked spectacular. 6 consecutive wins since Week 11. Monster numbers, 19 total touchdowns, 10 in the last 2 weeks. Looking as mobile as he's ever been, barely taking any sacks at all. He visited with our Michelle Beisner-Buck for the conversation on how things are going at the moment. Pretty good.
People can overlook you. It comes down to just believing in yourself.
He throws, and it's caught by McCaffrey! Touchdown!
The injury bug infected your locker room. So many starters going on IR. You missed 8 of the first 10 games. What has been the reason that you've been so successful at cracking that next man up mentality?
I really do believe that it's the culture that the Yorks, John Lynch, and Kyle have all built. They bring in people that are willing to be about the team and not themselves. And so when a guy does go down, the next guy's going to be up, and that guy that got hurt is going to help the next guy that comes in. I'm very grateful for our quarterback room and for Mac being able to go in, ball out, and keep this whole thing afloat.
Purdy looks like he wants to run. Now he tucks it. Touchdown!
I thought Brock had a hell of a game and was an assassin out there.
Can you assess what makes you an assassin on the field?
Doing my job consistently right over and over and over, for 4 quarters, and not letting the highs be too high and the lows be too low, but being even-keeled and leading the guys and doing what it takes.
Which teammate inspires you the most?
Christian, for how hard he plays and never complains and does everything he can to get his body right for the next game, and goes out there and puts on a show every Sunday.
Give me 11. Hey, give me 21.
Out of the shotgun. Throws. Touchdown!
Baller, Brock. Good job.
He's known for being a prolific play caller, but Kyle Shanahan has really settled into being a very credible coach. How would you describe his coaching style?
He's got his own swagger within all that. He tells me how it is, and for me, I need it to be black and white. It helps me be decisive as a quarterback and aggressive. He should be named the head coach of the year just because of what he's been dealt with this year. Doesn't matter who's in there, and now we're playing for the number 1 seed at the end of the year.
Down and Purdy, baby, let's go!
As a former NFL cheerleader, I can tell you that Purdy was on point. Good job. Kudos. Pat
Thank
yourself
you.
on the back. Have you had any time this week to work on some different moves for your upcoming game?
When we score, we'll just figure it out on the fly. Outside of that, I might just keep dugging.
But I have a suggestion. Saturday night game, Saturday night fever. There's a lot of dance moves that could inspire you from that.
That could be pretty sweet.
One
If
of
we had more
these?
time. Okay, maybe.
that. I'm gonna
Just throw
see
it back
you.
to like the 70s.
Big game against the Seattle Seahawks for the #1 seed. How hard is it to just stay in the present with the Super Bowl here in San Francisco?
We've acknowledged that, but at the end of the day, we have to go out and execute. If you get caught up in what the future could look like or anything, then you're going to miss out on what's in front of you.
With that thought in mind, right, what the future holds is one thing, but the present is the 1 seed is available, and Trent Williams has a hamstring. When Devontae Adams came up the other night when we were in Atlanta on Monday with a hamstring issue, and I get wideouts different than a tackle, but he probably could have gone. But we're gonna stay on ice until the playoffs. How do you decide if you're San Francisco playing a guy in Trent Williams who's got a hamstring with the 1 seed on the line, but knowing that you're a considerably different team without him for the long term? Swag?
I think you leave with a positive that you were able. Now, it was the Chicago Bears defense, but you were able to run your offense and protect it well and held up. But listen, man, I've said this before in the past with Trent Williams. I thought at times he was the most important player on this football team. And I know that's saying a lot for an offensive tackle, but you would see, to your point, JK, they would put Trent in motion. To block, they would.
They got ridiculous,
right? You shut down the entire rush on the side of the field. And Scott, it's a great question because are you sacrificing to get the 1 seed to potentially not have him for the rest of the playoffs? Is the question. I'm talking to Trent. Trent's a veteran. He should understand how he's feeling, how he can be in this particular game, and how he can lead up to the future weeks. And I know what you're gonna say. Players gonna want to play. And,
no, I'm going to say I would trust him to know himself.
That's what it comes to.
He's 37 years old and he knows himself.
That's what it comes to. And a 300-pounder with a hamstring is dicey. Okay.
It might not be a receiver, but he's putting a lot of pressure on that hamstring and torque. Yeah. And to your the thing that is awesome about the Kyle Shanahan offense is all the schematic stuff, the way they use Kyle Juszczyk, the way they do all these motions, and he's a tight end at one point, then he's a fullback, but you still have to have that semblance of power. Otherwise you can be engulfed with teams, especially like Seattle, that have that semblance, right? And Trent is that guy for this unit. So without him, it is a major loss.
That offense is going up, fellas, against the Seattle defense that is going to test you. What most impresses you, fellas, about that side of the ball?
Hey, come on, Kenny and Shaq, let's go. Hey, this is how Kenny be running. Look, my Swag, Kenny legs be like this. He be running to the.
Don't bust the screen, Swag.
He's not need,
as
y'all.
long as we don't go through. Hey, Marco, tell us again, man, who's going first here? Because when you look at the San Francisco 49ers and what they're able to do, to me, it's about Brock Purdy, it's about CMC, and also George Kittle. Here, you're going to see the motion of Kendrick Bourne, and this is necessarily an RPO. Right now, Brock Purdy could have seen I can not give this ball and get it right out to the flat. Look at the double getting to the second level and also the seal. Now watch Christian McCaffrey make one person miss and get down the field. It was going fast, so I was talking fast. Now you're going to see another boot here. George Kittle is going to run to the corner, but you can see Cam Bynum already understands where he wants to go. Watch Brock Purdy extend the play. As he extends the play, George Kittle uncovers and he's able to get him the football. This is also how they use Christian McCaffrey in the pass game. Now you're going to see the screen. Juszczyk. Now he motions over. He's going to seal block. Look at all this space you have because your quarterback under center. You've been running well. Now Christian McCaffrey can get into the open field. And this is a new element of what they do with the zone read. Brock Purdy utilizing his legs. You see he's going to read Montez Sweat, pull the football. They're going to get blockers to the second level, which gives Brock Purdy an easy run in to the end zone. These are all the things that Kyle Shanahan is doing with the players that have been available.
Yeah, the Trent Williams question that Scott just asked is important because of these goons up front. This defensive line, one plays together. They understand rush lanes. They understand rush integrity, which is a big deal for what Brock Purdy is doing. I want everybody to look at, RC, you talk about it, the clamps on the back end when the play is extended here with Kyler Murray. Look at the pursuit of this defense. They understand angles. They understand that we got to get Kyler Murray turned back into the defense. And as this tight end streaks up the middle of the field, there is no picture that Kyler Murray has because everybody is stalemating. Again, you take this look at Bryce Young. Look at the game underneath. We got a DN falling out. Look at the back end. Where is there to go with the football? You fall off as the guy up as Bryce tries to escape up and inside of the pocket. Look at the defensive end already changing his path, DeMarcus Lawrence, to make sure he's a secondary guy in case that first guy missed the tackle. It's not only
Let's walk back, bro.
It's not only about
come on, man,
how
walk
good
back to the desk,
this defensive line is. It's more about how well they play together, how they see the fits and the gaps where everybody else is. And with Brock Purdy now starting to devastate people with his legs and play extension, I think Seattle Seahawks defensive line is going to be the catalyst if they get a win in this game.
That was so much fun.
That was great.
I'm just watching the walk and talk from Swag, too. Just complete control, like a 5-tool analyst. Look at it. No one's looking at you anymore. We have team reports coming on the way from Tampa. It's been a mess lately for Baker Mayfield and this Buccaneer team.
I need mixtape back tonight.
That's exactly right. Just one victory in the last
when you have
8
kids, man.
games. One of the very best in the game will be coming to try to visit his neighborhood.
That's a bad man.
Derek Brown, that is
well, we're going to see some great D tackles tonight.
Spectacular play.
Derek Brown, Vita Vea, Leonard Williams. Man.
This unit doesn't get enough credit for Carolina.
What?
This defensive unit don't get enough credit for them.
I agree.
They play well up front. They are a very disciplined unit. I like the way they play, man.
All right, more to come on that thought and more as you're watching a special edition of NFL Countdown presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.